All right, Dr. Loving. I'm playing Adrian Majlis, or Majlis, if we just want to go full Anglican and not triculture. So this is a different map. This is mega random. So let's get into it. A crux I have is I just hardly ever believe in water, so I do not care to do it. Okay, the Mongols. I would argue a top 3 basic Civ. They're cool, but they're overplayed, and they're quite effective at what they do. Wow, this chicken's hard. The hunt lasts longer, so that doesn't account for this. Harvesting, so shepherding, right? But anything else lasts, say, 25-50% longer? Yeah, something that, yeah, 40%, okay. So yeah, he's going, getting the fish in the middle, good for him. I don't care, and that's kind of that. Their best feature is they can be speed, mobility, and aggression, especially with drill. It's crazy. Their scout cab with the +2 line of sight is very legit. I got a lot of free damage on this. And what I love to do as the Huns... Okay, disregard. So anyways, yeah, their Mangudai unit is one of the best cav archers in the game. Exceptional lightning fast trigger speed, and really good. And their light cav line, step lancer, so forth, get progressively more HP as the game goes on. Very legitimate feature, and that's kind of that. So they get a great dark / early mid feudal eco bonus with their hunt bonus, especially now with chickens, but other than that, it's pretty much a one-stop shop for their eco bonus. So that's kind of that. Okay, so for me, as the Huns, I love getting bloodlines on my way towards the enemy that I am pursuing or wanting to attack. So I realize as I'm heading in, wow, this is a lot of free villagers, so I'm going to take advantage of that. Okay, he's got a fire galley, and props to people who want to mess with the Navy, and they should, right? But I just realize, let's keep it simple. That's what the Huns are the best for. So, yeah, no housing, right? Ever, because you just don't even get it, and that's fine by me. And as long as I just maintain the tempo of speed, mobility, and aggression, I don't care. So I leave because I know more spears are going to pop out, but I'll be back, so I imagine. The goal of this game is, you know, just haymakers, right? Hit one side and then do a surprise on the other side. That's the long-term goal. In the meanwhile, the eco back home is pretty solid. I've also learned with the Huns, because life is so simple, there's no houses, yeah, this just keeps happening, so good for him. It's near the same every time. I get a good attack, and then I have a ton of wood, I spend it via farms, and then I just keep the gold the whole time. So then I can just keep being aggressive and so forth. So I see this, right? I know he's hiding a villager. I just want to try to just stress the guy out. Just kind of, you know, keep his finger on the trigger per se, and just get relatively huge. In that, as long as I keep the nice. As long as I keep my foot on the gas, then it's generally okay. But I know at the same time, we're just gonna do what we need to, right? This is the only civ
いいもう
that I feel I can maintain pressure on my opponent and have a good eco and just explode out of the gate come Castle Age. And generally have a pretty good Imperial time as well. So that's kind of that. Of which, yes, the stables work 20% faster. I've really started to appreciate the Tarkin for its uniqueness of being what I call the world's fastest battering ram, and one would argue the fastest siege. Simply because it's a building destructo and high pierce armor extraordinaire that gives one the ability to cause a distraction on one side and then just nuclear somewhere else. So, all that to say, gonna click up. I'd say he had a pretty fast-ish castle time considering all things and the fact that... How many? Yeah. I got at least 4 to 5 villager kills. So, pretty solid. Oh, I lost another, I guess, unit. So anyways, I'm just making scout cavalry, or I think I kept these guys. So I'm going to want to create cav archers on my own, and again, I don't care about the water. Probably should, but whatever, right? So that's a lot of res that I'm just tossing. But such it is, right? So a benefit with fighting the Mongols, most, if not 90% of the opponents I play never use the cav archer. They only use Mangudai, which have one of the slowest training times. But again, extremely powerful, right? So, for me, I usually have harmony with unique units and so on, and I plan to use that. But it is extremely nice to just pump out cav archers from the archery ranges, no questions asked. It's very nice. So that's what we're gonna do soon enough. But I wanted to get double town center down, secure extra res, and then the rest of the time, yep, start pumping it out. So it's 10% cheaper in Castle, and then 20% cheaper in Imperial. I don't go full Death Ball Cav Archer. I usually try to cap off at 20 or 30, which is a lot, but I'm greedy, and I like to have the most savings at the most amount of time. But I also know you have to make military. So all that means is it's the harmonizing moment of not making a food unit and just pumping out vills, pumping out military, and before I realize it, I will probably be near Imperial when I get to my 20 cav archers with ballistics. And I don't do the pro move of sending clumps of units left, right, per se. I usually like to make a death ball for an extreme reaction. Well, baby death ball, to put it that way. And just like Bloodlines on my way to attack and feudal, that's what I generally do with ballistics, so it's like just pump out the units, right? Have a couple knights, you know, just to be here in case if there's siege, right? That's what my melee cav is used for, is just to hunt siege, cause reactions, so forth. But I know, because I'm going against a cavalry archer civ, just cavalry in general, I want to secure my base, generally speaking. Or at least create a fatal funnel, because I generally play pretty open as the Huns. So I don't care what he wants to do with his units, because I have the high ground and I'm not going to worry about it. Great. So anyways, yeah, this guy's making demos, the memes. But yeah, so okay, we're getting Bodkin. Gonna create more Cav Archers. Getting a university down, so I'm about to commit, and I want to attack pretty soon. So I'm almost at my ideal number of 20 or so. Got a couple knights, and sure, the remaining scouts from earlier. So I feel like it's under control. I'm hoping that he doesn't do any side swipes of any sort. And that's kind of the plan, right? So this is what I've seen of the map. And let's see what he's seen. And this is what he's seeing, right? Does he have outposts? I guess he has Town Watch or something. So he's got a decent amount of division, similar to myself, near nigh identical, matter of fact. So it's kind of that. But okay, so I did not go forward with ballistics as I prefaced earlier, but that's okay. So I'm kind of just focusing on my eco at the moment, and I also want to get a castle up before I go, because I just don't know, right? But what I do know is it's time to go. So that's what we're gonna do. He's here to watch out. So, okay, well, I'm getting a upgrade on the way, so that's good. As I head towards my opponent. So, just gonna make a couple for home defense, if you would. So that'll be that. And I just want to keep booming. And that's what we're gonna do, right? So here's the strat. The strat is, like I said, this is where all the action's been. So I want to go on the opposite side and hit him that way. But because I did see the success earlier of attacking on his left, my right, I kind of want to stick with that. So amidst this, I'm seeing I have an opportunity to just get the relics, not worry about anything, and again, just get huge. So I'm hoping he doesn't move over here while I'm doing what I'm doing, but we're gonna just see what we can do out of it and go from there, right? So yeah, I've made a lot more than I usually do, but I just don't know if he's gonna attack me or not. So I'm doing this to cause a distraction, but also I need to see what I have going against me. So yeah, he's picking me off over here, but I'm over here now. So I gotta see what he has, right? Because I have no idea. I haven't been over here since Feudal. So I cleared out that army, so that's good. I see a town center, and then I see a castle. Nice. Didn't even lose a unit. So at this point, yeah, not really worried about a lot. This is a pro move, and that's building a castle and then clicking to end. So that's cool. But that's what I'm going to do. Thinking I'm ahead of the game, but of course, so is he, right? So, as indicative of the title, there's more coming than what's anticipated with the current setup, right? So get a couple villager kills, that's awesome. Just kill this town center, so that's good. I'm going to get masonry. I learned this from the Viper. He's one of the best players in the world, his Elo and so forth. But after you click up, just get masonry. You know, it buys you a little more time, helps out. It's all good, right? So I've got 9 cav archers to kind of hold the line, and that's kind of that, right? So, okay. But we're at 81 villagers. Yeah, I'd like to get more, but whatever. But okay, so yeah, that's kind of that. But all right. So he made it to Imperial before I did. I didn't know he was building a second castle back here, so good on him for hiding that. But I'm gonna stick with the original strategy, and that's we're gonna have a very expensive distraction. So I see the writing on the wall. I just think that there's probably going to be more than what I'm seeing. So of which I am going to head towards the grand plan, if you would, of making my unique unit. Oh look, it's Imperial. Time to pump out cav archers because they're cheaper. I should have built the treasures. You know what? That's kind of what I'm starting to do, realize. So cool, I killed a blacksmith and a town center. Nice. But okay, so he's pumping out a lot of trebs, and I'm pumping out a ton of targets, because one of their unique techs is Marauders, which gives me the ability to mass my unique unit. Why is that important? Oh, we'll find out. So, at this point, the only objective is to just keep the distraction going, buy me time for what I want to do, and go from there, right? So, after seeing this many trebs, I know I can't hold this position. So again, just delay, right? That's the ideal point of this. So let's see if we can get a few more kills, maybe. Really, it seems like I'm just gonna lose units, but anyways, yeah, that's kind of that. So, wow, one tile away. So anyways, I need more gold, like today. I've got 3 relics, so that's really solid. And I want to say I have a 4th on the way. Yeah, I lost that entire group. Died near nothing. But not really, because, I don't know why, but I don't think he's going to repair this. That's the benefit of being aggressive. People just aren't going to realize what's going on. So, cool. Yep, I will get this castle. One more shot. And good. Nice. So, not a horrible exchange for what it's worth. I don't know what was destroyed over here. Oh, outposts. Cool. Okay, so he doesn't know what's coming, which is good. But this expensive distraction is going to still, well, be expensive. So I gotta clear the outpost so he doesn't see what's coming, ideally. And I also know, in the event that this game goes longer than I think, because again, the game's obsessed with weird metrics on how to calculate score, then that's kind of that. So by forcing this, I didn't know what he was planning on over here. Again, there's a lot of wasted movement, but whatever. So we'll try to get this gold. Great. And that's kind of that. Okay, so we're getting elite target. For what? Yes, the master plan. So, that being said, we're going to commit to this. So he now knows what's in route. So again, at this point, it's like, hey, we're just going to commit to this expensive distraction. And I didn't know there was a castle there, but this was like, okay, I need him to look this way so I can attack the other way. So I'm keeping this group here just to kind of make him believe that there's something always going to come on this side. But he's mad. So he's gonna get his trebs, and I'm gonna make my move, right? So it's not, well, you know, this 44 is a pretty big number. So that's what we're gonna do. And yeah, this is expensive. This is an expensive loss. Nice. Only one treb. Okay. So let's see how this goes, right? Because yeah, the score jumps so heavy in his favor, but I think this is gonna work. Okay, good. I prioritize this first because we need to get kills. Yeah, it's a little sour to just choose to lose cav archers, but we're converging the attack, and we're gonna send it. So I'm getting Cavalier, wish I would have got it a hair earlier, but that's okay. I did not see 5 trebs over here, but that's okay. Don't care. We're in for the eco. So defend the Tarkans and just get eco, right? That's the only thing we care about. So just one town center at a time. Don't divvy it up. Don't get distracted. That's the main goal here. So I am just completely out of goal. So I know, okay, at this point, let's just whittle away at his units. Back home, I will ring the town bell to defend myself. Like, things are going really good over here. So it's just all about getting the kills. He still has a villager lead over me. I don't know how many kills I've gotten on them, but yeah, it's so at this point, just kill the Mangonite. That's all that matters. He only gets knights, so we're not worried about it. He can't even get cavalry. I don't know what he was thinking on that. This is cleared, so I'll get everybody back to work in a second. So this is where the action is, and this is basically how you get a GG. You know, all things equal, I probably could have beat him fair and square, but I knew the purpose of this game for me was simple, don't touch the water. Simple, you know, punch left, punch right, do a final knockout blow at some point, and this is the most expensive distraction. 3 castles, and a handful of dead villagers, to say the least, in exchange for basically 1 castle and a town center, a blacksmith, let's just call it 6-7 villagers tops. But what it created was this false sense of panic, well, security, but you know, an overreaction, and that was the goal. I needed him to focus over here long enough to create the Tarkin punch. So arguably, I had 22 of these guys, and I lost 6. And I wiped out his entire unit. Oh, I was wrong. Apparently they get Cavalier. I don't know how long that's been in existence, but oh well, right? So...
Doing bad.
Okay. Where is... Okay, yeah, so maybe there was 12, 15 of them to start-ish. Finished with 3, but it was worth an upgrade, because I'm all right, and I had Hussars, and I was going to start spamming them like crazy. But that wasn't necessary. He did not expand. I mean, neither did I, right? But, yeah, I got 4 relics, so that was amazing. I did not even get heavy cavalry archer, but I kind of realized for this play, I had to, in a way, prioritize a single decision to go Elite Tarkin, have enough buddies with him, so Hussars, Cavalier, and just going for the knockout punch. Because anything that involves water, to me, says, I don't care, I don't have the patience, I am just going to nuke. And that is what I'm going to do. So, I'm Dr. Loving, I played Adrian Modulus. Because, not Lingo. Or Accento, or Culture. So, I was the Huns, he was the Mongols. These are the statistics. And until next time, peace.